Off. Okay. Sweet. Well, we are now live. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna kind of wait for some people to get in here, but we're live again. Hello, Kara. So, welcome to the 7K special. It's a little late. It's a little late, but we hit 7K, and I told my Discord server a couple days ago I put up a poll. Bruh, can you not scratch the door right now? I just started scream. Sorry. Sorry, my cat immediately scratches the door the second I start streaming. Anyway, so, hello guys. What was I saying? Welcome to the 7K special. I've prepared some art for us to work on today, as you can see. I made a poll in my Discord server, half as a joke, honestly. I was like, "Hey, who should I draw Vendetta kissing for the 7K special?" And I was like, it'd be funny if I actually drew it though, and I wasn't lying. So we are now drawing for the 7K special. This is what you people voted for. This is what you voted for in the Discord server, y'all. Bro, sorry, my cat is scratching the door. Hold on, I need to deal with him. Two socks. Hey. Oh my god. I don't know what to do with him because he can't go out there right now because the other cat's out. Bro. He already ate his food. Gosh. But yes, if any of you are asking why, it's because this is what the people asked for. This is what you have brought into existence. I blame you. So, I'm not gonna like. So just. I'm not gonna try to be like super like in the lines or anything with this drawing. This is more like a fun thing I just feel like doing. I thought it'd be fun to stream it since, this is technically something I'm doing for 7K. So, yeah. Thank you everyone for 7K. Now my OC is kissing Blaze. Also, I apologize for the microphone quality. If you guys were on stream yesterday, then you probably know about all the microphone issues. And I've kind of realized I think I just need to get a different microphone. The one I have been using was just kind of meant to be a temporary fix, and it was just a cheap microphone that was not working very well. So, for streams, that microphone specifically doesn't like working on stream. So, I've switched to my webcam microphone, which is not amazing, but I figure it will work for now. We will get a replacement microphone ASAP. It will work for now. We do what we gotta do around here, man. But, I mean, hey, I gotta say thank you to everyone who's been supporting me over on the Ko-Fi lately, because it would not be hard to get a new mic right now. I just need to look into it a little more. But, yeah. So, that's my explanation for the bad audio quality. Sorry about that, y'all. Two socks! Ah, this cat. Sorry. I hope you don't hear him in the background. He's scratching the door. He can't go out right now. Second I start stream, too. Ay, ay, ay. So, you know, coincidentally, I might as well bring this up. Crossworlds dropped today. So, how are y'all feeling about Crossworlds? I know, like, a lot of us got to play it early because of the digital deluxe edition, but I should ask because, like, a lot more people are able to play Crossworlds today. What do we think of Sonic Racing Crossworlds? I would have streamed it, but, you know, technical issues. But I'm loving the game so far, and I'm curious as to what you guys think of it. Dude, it's like my cat heard me streaming, and what's this? Open Studio? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Dang. Alright, my stream is probably gonna lag a little bit. Sorry about that. I do not have very good Wi-Fi. OBS just gave me the alert that it's lagging. Sorry about that. Crossworlds is fun and is worth the price if I'm being honest. True. Hello, Mars. Yep, stream's gonna be laggy for a second here. Sorry, y'all. The game is so much fun. I was one of the people who wasn't able to play it early, so I'm glad that now I can. Nice. Man, yeah, like compared to any other racing game I've bought, this one definitely feels the most worth it. I was very pleasantly surprised by just the sheer amount of content in the game. I still have so much more to do. Here we go. The feed shouldn't be lagging anymore. Sorry about that. It's unfortunately just gonna do that because I have really trash Wi-Fi. But hey, this is the chill stream, so luckily it's not a huge deal. Crossworlds is peak racing games. The customization is rich enough for me to make a cyclone-themed car. True. Yeah. I got all of the extreme gear parts, and I'm just so happy with everything, really. There's not really anything about the game I can say that I didn't like. It's pretty solid, I gotta say. So, yeah. Big fan of Crossworlds. Pretty art, thank you. It's not gonna be like a super... What's the word? It's not gonna be... It's not intended to be one of the best pieces I've ever made or anything, but I just thought it'd be fun. A joke piece that I am taking seriously, because why not? I've been trying to play online for a few days, but I wasn't able to finish a single match because I kept getting disconnected. I know. You and me both with the bad Wi-Fi. It's a shame. Here we go. I like to try, when I do these like fur lines, I try to make them sort of similar to how they would be on like an actual animal. The fur tends to kind of go out from the center of the face. Obviously, you can't do it like perfectly matching, but you can try. How are we doing today, though, chat? Besides, you know, oh my god, Crossworlds released. I'm doing pretty solid myself. It's only 100 degrees outside, there's a nice breeze, and honestly, it's making me want to take a nap. But I said, I'm gonna stream instead. I'm not taking a nap. I might take a nap after this, though. We'll see. We shall see. Tired as hell. Yeah, I feel that. I like the hair highlights. It gives the character designs a good amount of texture. Yeah, I really like doing the texture, like the fur texture. It's just it takes time, so I don't always do it for all of my pieces, but it's very satisfying when I do. It's very nice, very rewarding. There we go. Ooh, let me not forget the middle. And I think I need to do part of her tail still. Yeah, I do. I'm trying to go for more of a lineless style with this, where I kind of just shove, like, I kind of just plop down the basic shapes, and then I'm gonna kind of try to do the textures and all that, all the details and stuff on top of it. I don't know. Different technique. Sometimes you just gotta do something different. When you do the same techniques all the time, it gets really boring, so that's what we're doing today. We're being a little different, because why not? It's chill where I'm living? Nice. The heat is killing you? Dang. I can handle heat well. It's just cold that I actually don't. It's kind of ironic considering, my character's a ice character. But, well, okay. It depends. It depends, though. I can usually handle heat well, but if it's really humid, then I don't like it. But if it's not humid, then I prefer heat. I myself have been experimenting with using a sort of grain texture for my coloring. The Dreamcast Sonic Adventure models use that technique to give the characters fur to their blah, blah, give the characters fur their texture. I cannot read. Yeah, that's honestly, I won't lie. I feel like adding just texture is a really underrated thing with Sonic art. I'm not saying nobody does it, but I feel like it's a little less common that I see Sonic artists who actually add fur texture and stuff to the characters, which is surprising because I'm like, this is like a series all about funky animal characters, and yet it's kind of a little more rare that I see people actually go through the effort to add it. But to each their own. I like it, but I could also see why it wouldn't be everyone's thing. I'm trying to kind of blend this into the fur a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to give her super long muzzled hair. I just want to make it noticeable, I guess. No, just noticeable enough. You kind of, it really is a process of just kind of throwing down brushstrokes until you get something cool. Hmm. Ooh, I forgot to add. Hold on. I should make it a little more obvious. She's grabbing her arm. I didn't add any lines or shading here, and I honestly probably should have done that sooner. Oh well. Actually, let me increase the opacity of this brush. I like to keep it lower when I'm doing fur, but when I'm working on hard details, it's better to have it like this at full opacity. Sometimes it's hard for me to kind of get the words out for what I'm trying to do. Hello, glad to have caught a stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the chill stream. We're just chilling, we're drawing. We're making cats kiss because it's funny. It's also an easy way for viewers who don't like that kind of stuff. I could just easily let them know. Gosh. It is kind of funny though, sometimes when people come in here and they have a certain mindset, if you know, you know, and they expect me to agree with them, and I'm like, no, I'm literally a bi artist. What are you talking about? It happens more often than you'd think. It's pretty funny, actually. Let me reduce the opacity. Reading chat. Who played the old Sonic games too? I didn't really bother with a lot of the classic games, to be honest. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I find when it comes to the games and just how they play, I greatly prefer the adventure games, Frontiers, Shadow Generations. I don't know, I'm kind of it's like a mixed bag. I know for sure I don't like the boost games. At least the early boost games. But some of the other stuff, it kind of depends. I don't know. I really liked playing Shadow the Hedgehog. It's a good one. Okay, this is a little too light. Hold on. Here we go. It's my first time on one of your streams. Welcome. Good to have you here. It's funny how they then just some spam. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You get what I'm saying. It's just funny. It's just funny because it's like I don't really understand why people come on to like someone who blatantly wouldn't really agree with them and they kind of just try to push it anyway. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not trying to like get into it on stream though because it's not worth it honestly. I stick to my bubble. I do find it a little weird when people feel the need to try to push their beliefs onto others, but oh well. I mind my business, other people mind theirs, and we're good. You know? That's how I see it at the end of the day. This live stream is chill. I'm glad. Yeah, it's a chill day. We're not trying to do anything crazy. Unleashed is my favorite because it's just fast enough for me if I use speed glitches. I like the werehog parts of Unleashed. I wasn't too into day stage Sonic, but I like the werehog a lot. Very fun to play as. I don't take requests, sorry. Oh, here we go. Let me erase. Well, I'm probably gonna cover that anyway. Oh well. Furrow. You say that like they're not also kissing. You point out one, you might as well point out the other. How are you doing? Working on something different? Yeah, I'm working on my 7K subscriber special. Cats kissing. The Discord server voted for this. It was them. It's their fault. They're the reason this is happening. Yeah, my OC's a cat. I really want to have fun with the texture on the wrist, on the fluffy cuffs here. Hearing other people's takes on things when they aren't being rude about it is quite interesting. Yeah, like that's the thing with like oh man, it's like I do like talking about like different takes and stuff on Sonic games, but it really depends on like the people you're talking to and the space you're doing it in because it's very hit or miss. It's very hit or miss. Like, for example, I would never recommend going on Sonic Twitter trying to discuss games because you will just get so much, so much just awful, nuanceless, terrible takes. But, like, in places like, not to like brag, but like my Discord, for example, it's really nice being able to talk about the games. Like, everyone's pretty chill. It's just like to each their own. If you like one game, great. If you like another game, awesome. Like, and I think that's the way it should be, is we all like our own stuff. Sonic is so inconsistent. Everyone's gonna like different things. Like, it's both a good and a bad thing about the series, how inconsistent it is. Because on one end, there's a little something for everyone. But on the other end, it's like because of all of the inconsistency, there's bad, there's good, and there's a lot of different expectations people have for what makes a good Sonic game. I don't know. Like I know for sure a lot of my opinions aren't necessarily like the most popular, but I stand by them anyway. I mean, my opinions can't be that unpopular if I like I say too so much. But no, I mean some of the other games I have unpopular opinions of. Hmm. I like this texture so far, but I feel like I could do more with it. I'll come back to it. Yeah, hey, I already said I don't do requests. Please don't repeat that again. I already acknowledged what you said. Your OC looks like they're from the Sonic creators. I try to make things that kind of look official. Kind of. Not 100%, but we do our best. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Where's Shart? Shart is an emote on the Discord server. I guess there's a little something for everyone is a great quote for how many inconsistent things about so many franchises. True, true. You got a point. The funny thing about, like, just the Sonic fandom in general is it can be hard to discuss the games because half the time the fans sound like haters. Like, just straight up. Like, Sonic fans are very, very critical. And I'm not necessarily saying that's, like, a bad thing. It's just, it's more than I am used to in fandoms, I think is the way to put it. Like, I don't know about these purples. It's giving me some very different purples on each stroke. I'll just reduce the opacity and see if that helps. Howdy, is this Yuri? Yes, it is. It is the viewer-voted Yuri. It's funny, Shadow was the second place one in the poll, but the people voted for Blaze. The people voted for Blazetta art, so they are receiving Blazetta. I should switch back to the usual color. Sonic fans can be resumed in that one phrase. Sonic would not do this. No one hates a thing more than its fandoms. What is that? Okay, yeah. Alright, hey, please stop spamming about the Big the Cat thing. That's like the third time you've said it. I already told you I'm not gonna do it. I don't take requests. If you do it again, you're not gonna be able to chat anymore. It's kinda rude. I told you to stop. Anyway, no one hates Sonic more than Sonic fans. Real. Grabbing a sandwich because I'm staying for a while. Nice. Nice, nice. Yeah, thank you for taking care of that, Mars. Appreciate it. Don't mess with us Sonic fans. We don't even like the series. Yeah. I do try to, like, approach it from, like, people just want to see, like, the best of the series, but I don't know. I don't know. Again, it really depends on the fandom space you're in. Because, like, critique can be a good thing, that's for sure. Like, I'm definitely pretty critical of certain Sonic stuff, but yeah, it depends. Because, like, there's also a difference between good faith critique and just saying, I don't like this because, I don't know, freaking Wave the Swallow wasn't playable in a mainline game. Sonic fans, everything's peak. Real. I need to add... Hey, Mono, if you don't know, it's me, Superior the Hedgehog. Hello. The recent games haven't been good in years. Gosh. It's kind of funny, because, you know, in terms of the Sonic fandom, I only returned fairly recently. Like, uh, how long ago was it? I only really came back to the fandom about 3 years ago, and I'm still catching up on playing a lot of games. So it's really interesting, like, sometimes I feel like I have a different perspective on some of the games because I haven't really been there as they released, you know, for a lot of them. Like, for example, I still see a lot of people glaze, like, generations, like original generations. And I tried to play it and I was like, whoa, this controls so poorly. And I never see anyone talk about it. And I'm like, maybe I'm the only one, and that's okay. I There's a lot of people who love Sonic Generations, the original version. Good for them. That's the way I see it. Good for them. It's definitely not for me, but that's okay. I really liked Shadow Generations though. God, that game was so good. I actually just got it on PC as well the other day. It went on a sale. I originally got I actually got the collector's edition. Still waiting, limited run games. You want to send me that? It's been a while. But, yeah, I adored that game, but I got it on Switch, so I want to be able to play it on PC with the mods and stuff, because why not? I mean, there's a really good Surge one I've seen going around. I want to mess with that. Generations has great level design in spite of bad control. Yeah, I didn't mind the level design. It's just the controls that were just really insufferable to me. To me, this is just my opinion. Again, like, then again, I mean, when were Sonic games known for controlling well? I feel like only recently I've really felt comfortable with a lot of the controls. I really gotcha. There's a lot of Sonic fans that rely on nostalgia for critics, while the people who weren't really there just rely on, hey, this game's fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, it's funny because Milk has been more involved in like the games releasing over time compared to me. So he's been able to kind of give me some perspective on like how fans have been feeling about certain games, since they came out, when they came out, that kind of thing. And it's interesting to hear. I don't necessarily agree a lot of the time, but it's interesting to hear. Okay, let's get rid of that person. Yeah, thank you, Mars. Appreciate it. Weird. Bro, that person shares the name with the fucking the F and F guy who got outed for doing stuff with minors. That's crazy actually. Funny coincidence. As someone that speedruns Generations, what's the problem with the controls? For me, they just really don't feel responsive at all. Like they feel super stiff and like they just don't work. I don't know. Like it feels like my inputs don't actually translate to what I want to do ever. But again, that's just a me thing. I don't know. That could boil down to a lot of things though. Like maybe it's my controller, who knows. But because of that, I didn't have the most fun playing it. What are with these like weird streaks down here? Hold on. Let me fix those. Bro, there's another person doing this? Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Mars. I don't know why there's people trying to spam the N-word in chat. Y'all are weird. My only critique of gens, and also really all of the games post TSR, is the input customization is quite limited. You can only bind one button to an action at a time. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I really like customizable controls. Be nice to have that a little more often. YouTube Shorts live commenters are crazy. The weird thing is we didn't have anyone like that yesterday, but I guess that's how it is sometimes. I don't know. Mars carrying chat right now. I know. Thank you. Appreciate ya. Ay, ay, ay. It's kind of weird too because I can't tell if maybe this stream is like showing up for people who don't normally watch me or something because yesterday I mostly had looking at the analytics, it was mostly people who were already subscribed and like, so I don't know, maybe the stream is getting pushed to like random people right now and that's why we're getting some of this weird stuff in the chat. I don't know. How many accounts does this guy have? A lot, apparently. How many jobs does this guy have? Zero. Forces has wasted potential. There's certain parts of Forces that I like. I will admit, I've actually been wanting to make a video for some time talking about some of the art stuff with Sonic Forces that I really like. Because I will say, like, the game definitely deserves a lot of the criticism it gets, but I really, really like the Wispins. And just a lot of, I don't know, I like a lot of the stuff they had planned and a lot of the art stuff that they put together for the game. It just, the execution didn't really land the best, but there's good parts to Forces, you know? Gender Bartender, I love that name. Hello. I was scrolling in boredom and found you live, so I guess it's just appearing to weird people, so sorry for that. It's okay. I mean, hey, I can't complain about being shown to more people, you know? It's just, it's like you get the good and the bad with it. That's just how it is. It's okay though. I mean, I don't have an issue with it in that sense. Infinite looks pretty cool, but was underwhelming in execution. Yeah, I think I was talking about this yesterday on stream. I think he deserves a second chance at least. But I don't know, I'm kinda, part of me hopes they just double down on him being like really pathetic. I think it'd be funny. I don't know why YouTube has been using AI to sharpen videos of art. Have they been doing that? I didn't know about that if they have been. That sucks if they are and they're not like telling creators. Like, are you just stumbling across videos and they're like, or are people uploading? I can't, I'm not sure. That won't happen because Infinite's dead now. I thought it was implied that he survived. I don't know. It's been a little bit, and I don't really care to look at the story of Forces, not gonna lie. But, yeah. Let's see. Remove. Taking care of this guy real quick. Sorry about that, guys. This guy is infinite odds, I know. Get on Gub. I know. So real. Get on Gub. This looks kind of weird back here. Oh wait, actually maybe it doesn't. Hold on. Nah, I like it. Yeah, just ignore them, chat. We'll take care of them as they make more accounts. It's just gonna be like that on live streams sometimes. You get those kinds of people in. Sorry it's happening. It's fine. I mean, it's live, you know, it's things like that are just gonna happen. It's stupid, but you just gotta accept that you're gonna have to deal with people like that. Mono, if you put a job application in the corner, it should scare them off. True, true, I could do that. I could do that. Hold on, hold on. Let's... I got my tablet on my desk. Hold on, let me move things around so I can... Job application. Hold on, I'm gonna put a job application in the corner. Here we go. Employment job application.png. Alright, I got you. Job application. I'm adding it real quick. Where'd that file go? I just downloaded it. Here we go. This is how I'm gonna scare them away. Here you go. This goes out to them. There's the job application. Just for you. Wow, that is so blurry on my screen. That's crazy. Here you go. Here's your job application. It's time to fill it out. I'm putting it, I'll make it small so I can keep drawing. There you go. There's your job application. Now let's continue. Does anyone remember those Sonic X edits where people would put their OCs over the characters? I sure do. People still do that, actually. Just the other day, I saw a couple of Sonic X art edits. I actually have done it once before. I'd like to do it again sometime. The X style is pretty interesting. Who would you want to voice Silver and Blaze in the movies? Personally, for Silver, I would get Tom Holland. For Blaze, I would choose Zendaya. Ooh, I'm sorry. I gotta hard disagree with that. I'm kind of tired of the, like, putting Hollywood actors in everything. I don't know. That's just me, though. I'm not really a big movie person, but I find it annoying when I can always hear the same few actors. Too much nepotism. I never put this eyelash above like I was supposed to. Hold on. This is supposed to go over the side of her muzzle. I think it's because of the way I was layering things. I was like, I'll do that later, and then I forgot. Whoops. The voice of Metal Sonic. I just don't think Metal should have a voice. He's Metal Sonic. Unless we're doing Neo Metal. I just don't agree with the idea that Metal Sonic should have a voice. Bruh, people are screaming. I hope that's not coming through the mic. Silver should be Jack Black? No! God, that's horrible. Oh my god. Okay, that doesn't look right. Hold on. You have Silver, Jack Black. Okay. Wait, you're right. They did stop chatting after I put the job application on the screen. You're right. Dude, no way. Did we find the deterrent? The pest control? No way! Jack Black could fit Vector. That'd be funny, actually. Thank you, Prince of Coven. Okay, I guess we can take down the job application now. If it's Neo, then yeah, but I don't think Metal Sonic should even talk in the movie. Yeah, like, I could see, like, little, like, sound effects for him, but yeah, I don't see why he should talk unless he becomes Neo Metal. Here we go. I kind of added in these lines just so I could see what I was doing, because some of these colors are, like, right next to each other. But I have to, like, go over them. This is the future. I know it looks bad. Bro, dude, it must suck to be Silver. His future's always on some crap, dude. Everything's fine at one moment, and then the next, everyone's dead. We haven't even seen anyone else from his future. What if everyone's just constantly dead? But, okay, but it's, like, confusing, because I don't know if y'all have seen the recent Sonic Channel art, where it's, like, Silver in his house. Bro has a house? And it's, like, in a futuristic city, and I'm like, okay, if everyone's dead, who built that? So, that implies everybody's not dead. So, where are these future citizens? What happens to them when the future gets messed up? Like, I don't quite understand what the deal is. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much about it, but it's just, I don't get it. Neo Sage would be amazing. Yeah, some of you have probably heard about that Project Silver thing that's been going on. It's funny, I actually applied to be an artist on the project, even though I don't really like care about Silver. I actually don't really like Silver that much. But I was like, it'd be fun though. Like I'm open-minded. I'm open to learning to appreciate Silver more, but I didn't hear back, so that's okay. But one of these days, I would really, really like to get involved on some kind of fan project. The issue is, a lot of like fan projects aren't really like organized the way like Project Silver seems like it's gonna be organized. It's a lot of the time it's just like random stuff or like people who aren't really like reputable or anything, and it's like I don't want to like snub anyone, but I really want to make sure that if I do participate in a fan project, that it's actually going to be completed. You know what I mean? Like, I want to work with people who are actually dedicated to finishing projects and will treat their volunteers properly and all that stuff, you know? So it's a bit tricky because like the Sonic fandom does have a lot of fan projects, but it's hard to find the ones that I actually feel comfortable applying for and participating in, because it's not every day that you see a fan project that appears to have actual like management in mind. A lot of the times it's people just saying, "Oh, we want to do a thing," but they don't really think about all the other factors of how we're gonna make the thing happen, how people need to be treated, that kind of thing. Because I have tried to apply for fan projects in the past, but it really didn't go well. Because I just had people kind of try to take advantage. But the IDW glimpse of the future before the metal virus is haunting. Nothing but metal corpses and structures left behind, now in a state that it can't infect, just left to rot is a haunting idea. Yeah. The metal virus was really interesting. It's nice to see something kind of horror inspired that's not, a computer program, if you know what I mean. Gotta do something real quick. Alright, see you around, Mars. Appreciate ya helping out around here. You can work for Glitch as a concept artist? Nah, probably not. Like, I don't want to be like, I could never, but the thing is, right now, my art skills lean a lot more towards Sonic stuff because I've just been practicing it so much. But, I don't know. I have to work on things I'm like somewhat passionate about. Let's see, reading chats. Only the best nightmares. Do you have any other Sonic OCs besides V? Yeah, I have a whole bunch over on my toy house. I got a good amount that are gonna be part of, like, the story for the Sonic AU I've been working on. Like, I've got, well, my secondary OC, the one I show on the channel here and there, is Navette. She's a lizard, sungazer lizard, like Trip, except I thought it'd be funny to make her, she like worships the moon and stuff instead. She's part of a different, like, sungazer clan, but they're the Night Seers. Just a fun little idea that I thought I'd do. I like her a lot. I've got a deer OC named Ivy, who controls like plants and stuff. She's chlorokinesis. Basically, my soul dimension stuff, a lot of the characters have elemental themed powers. That's kind of because I'm making the solar worlds be more like, I know they kind of tend to be depicted as like fiery in canon, but I thought, what if they're just like elemental energy in general? I don't know. It's a bit tricky to explain live, so I can't really get too much into it, but I do have a lot of the information about the AU available on my Discord server. There's no way I don't follow you on Toy House. Hold on real quick. What are your thoughts on Blazetta Productions? I don't know what that is. Not gonna lie. I assume it's some kind of indie studio, but I don't know what it is. The metal virus is a huge plot hole no one addresses. What is it? Um, do you have a Sonic OC that's a dinosaur? No, I don't. I don't really have a reason to have a dinosaur OC right now. That's the thing, I really like designing Sonic OCs, but I'm not very good at using them, so I usually don't keep the OCs I design. I usually sell them, because I like money. I can't wait to find out the new Lunar character. Yeah, Lunar's really cool. I like Lunar a lot. I find it interesting that they're trying a character that's, how do they describe it? I'm not super familiar with like these terms, but I think somebody said Lunar is supposed to be like a plural person. I'm not super familiar with how all that stuff works, but it's interesting. I want to see what they do with it. Um, I like the idea that the solar worlds give a super form similar to certain attributes of the character. Yeah, the idea I've been going with is that the solar worlds would give like an elemental themed form for the AU. I thought that'd be neat. Um, if the future everything's infected, how did Silver come back to the past? Plot armor. I don't know. Yeah, things like that don't make a lot of sense. It's a shame. It's like I know a lot of people want characters like Silver to get a second chance, but God, doing anything with Silver is just hard because it's always gonna be contradictory. Sub to you on Toy House, gonna stalk you for a bit. Appreciate it. Speed of Sound Sonic. Hey, ain't that the guy from that one anime? Pretty sure that's just an anime character's name. Alright, here we go. Oh, I forgot to add the color on the tail. Whoopsie. Whoopsie whoopsie. This is so weird. Like, the way stream has performed today compared to yesterday. I wonder if yesterday was just a weird fluke. Or maybe it's because of the time I streamed yesterday. Because yesterday I had like an absurd amount of people in here, and I didn't even know how it happened. And yet, today, we're chilling at a pretty, like, low number. I'm not saying it's bad. This is actually around the number of viewers I'm used to streaming with, which is actually really nice. It's a good balance. I can read chat and not be overwhelmed. But that was weird yesterday. How many people showed up. Very confusing. Whoa, a mono live stream? Yeah, I'm trying to get back into it, slowly. Maybe it's because everyone's playing Crossworlds. That's why no one's here. Crossworlds did just drop. All the Sonic fans are busy playing it. Which I do not blame them. I have nearly 24 hours in that game already. It's so good. It's so peak. Your art looks pretty cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. If Amy transformed with the solar emeralds, wouldn't her main trait be her magic tarot abilities to the transformation? Like I would too. Hmm. I feel like that's some AU stuff that I'm not involved with, so I wouldn't really speculate on it personally. Sonic is too fast for the naked eye. Sonic, yeah. Yesterday the stream had more than I'd seen. Yo, I just be here, but the art looks good already. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just played till my Switch died. Best. Yeah. Crossworlds. Oh, it's so good. I'm so happy. Like, I've seen like just even just the fandom's attitude towards this game has been really refreshing to see. Like I've seen so many people be like, "Yeah, I want to play this game competitively." And I don't know if there's going to be like tournaments with this game or anything, but the fact that there's people saying that they're willing to put in the time to do all that makes me so happy. It's really nice to see the fandom have its confidence. Like Sonic fans are actually confident in their games, man. It's nice. It's really nice. Very refreshing to see. It feels good to be a Sonic fan in 2025. Especially like, I mean, I've been saying that for a bit, like especially with all the movies too. Like there was Frontiers, the movies, like we're just getting so much good Sonic content lately and it genuinely just makes me so happy. I'm very satisfied as a Sonic fan. I really wish to play Crossworlds, but where I live, it's so expensive. This freaking racing game is like R300 or something. I know, yeah, it's a lot. I will say it is worth it, but it is a lot of money, and I definitely understand that not everyone can justify it. And I fully agree. Like, yeah, it's a lot. I wish video games weren't raising prices right now. It's pretty ridiculous all around, you know. One publisher does it and the rest gotta do it. Well, not the rest. Welcome back, Mars. Fortunately, I gotta go. No worries. See you around. As a Sonic fan, we're so back. Yes, we are. The fandom's attitude is such a breath of fresh air, considering how everyone is more. No, looking down. I think I get what you were trying to say there. I think. Yeah, it's really nice. The fans being confident is just so nice to see. Makes me very happy. I want another game in the Soul Dimension. Me too. It would be nice. Okay, this looks a bit silly. Maybe I should do like longer strokes here. I know, the Soul Dimension has so much potential. I mean, I'm one to talk. I'm one to talk. I'm the one doing stuff with the Soul Dimension. Hmm. I think I'll just leave that as it is right now. Hell yeah, dude, can't wait to play the game myself. Also, Fairy spent 90 in CAD for the pre-order, but anything for Werehog? Yeah. The, um, the Prime characters was also a really cool addition that I wasn't really expecting, honestly. Um, I haven't really used them much myself, because I've been using Blaze. I've been maining Blaze for Crossworlds, which is funny, because I thought Shadow was gonna be my main, but I think I'm maining Blaze. So I've been using Blaze, I've been using her AI Racer skin, and I've been using Miku, of all characters. Cash is such a baddie, I love them. Actually, Milk's writing, so Milk writes canonical, like, side story slash spin-off material for STE, which is funny because, like, the main story isn't even out yet. And one of those stories is planned to have Cash in it, so there's something to look forward to. I just noticed I forgot her gems on the necklace. Oops. Miku mentioned real. Dude, Snapcube predicted so much with Crossworlds. First of all, first it was Miku, and now look at the AI Racer skins. Eggman is bright piss yellow, dude. We got piss Eggman in Crossworlds. It's funny, I saw someone on Twitter be like, this is my character variety in Crossworlds, and it was literally just them playing the rate like the white sage, the red sage, and the yellow sage. It was just all sage. Hello, Booksmith. Congrats on 7K. Thank you. Yes, really. It's a side story with Navette and Niall. Niall the Third, Niall the Kangaroo. That guy. Only hell it's Yuri. It is. Give us more Blaze Games Sega U. I think they should also include the United Federation more, though they might not exist anymore post Forces going off Eggman's words saying he took Gun down. Dang. Here we go. Actually, this looks kind of funky. Nah, maybe not. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm just gonna draw it like this. If this is inaccurate, then it's fine. I'm not trying to be super accurate with this piece because it's like a high effort joke, but like not a joke at the same time. I don't know. It exists. This piece exists and it will continue to exist. Live, laugh, love Yuri. Based. Didn't know I needed Yuri till I got here. You know what's funny? As I've been making this piece, something that's kind of floated around in my head is I usually when I see people ship their OCs with Blaze, it's usually dudes. I rarely see any like chicks ship with Blaze, which is like shocking. How could you not? Blaze is a shocked expression. Well, I don't think she was expecting this. The, to be fair, I wasn't expecting it either. Blaze was who won in the poll. I guess I could put a picture on screen, but I'm not doing it right now. I could show the poll results. I asked my Discord server for 7K which female Sonic character, which of the girlies should Vendetta be drawn kissing? And I put Shadow on there as a joke, and he got second place. Neptune as well. Oh yeah, yeah, I need to do more with Neptune, honestly. That's an OC I really haven't done much with, but I do plan to do more with them at some point. Both him and Radium. Surge was also a candidate, by the way. Yeah, I forgot to put her in the poll, but she was going to be a candidate. So real, I would kiss Shadow too. Shadow best girl. Real. Here we go. I gotta try to make the metal more shiny. Maybe not with this brush, though. This one is too much U-shift. We could do... I'm gonna kind of just mess around with this. It's not gonna be the neatest piece ever, so... I have to keep reminding myself it's fine if I, like, go outside of the lines a little. Shadow is such a wife. True. Let's see. I like that new character you bought from the other dude. I just know she'll be cute in your style. I love cheetahs and leopards. Yes, that's Kiki, right? Yeah, oh my gosh. I try so hard not to buy a bunch of cat characters because I would end up with so many if I did. But honestly, Chimera really deserves the support. Like, I am shocked that he doesn't get, like, all that much support because what the heck? He deserves so much. Kai is such a good artist. Genuinely. Me over here with my OC X canon stuff, I was scared to make it official for a long time. I mean, honestly, I don't really talk about OCX canon a lot just because I still have that, like, internal, like, oh, this is cringe, but at the same time, I don't know, man. It's just funny. It's funny to smush them together. I do it for humor. OCX canon is underrated and overhated in my opinion. I can understand there are sometimes weird ones, but I've seen normal and they're usually getting hated on. Yeah, I actually agree with that. It's kind of funny. I will see like people do like I don't want to say like Sometimes I do see some OCX canon stuff that's genuinely kind of uncomfortable, but I never see that stuff getting clowned on. It's always like people who are just like pretty normal and chill about it that I see getting hate for it, and I'm just like, bruh, how? Why? What are the priorities, man? Maybe it's like, I don't know. I don't know why exactly it happens, but I have to wonder if maybe it's just because people don't feel like they can do that with their art without getting called cringe or whatever. I don't know. That's just a theory, not a game theory. Is his links in the chat? I want to support him. It's not in the chat, but if you go to what's a good way to shout him out? Here, I'll put it in chat real quick. I'll give you, he's on Instagram, but I could give you, if my keyboard would work, that'd be nice. I'm not on mobile, so it's gonna be tricky to give you his Insta, but I can give you his Ko-Fi real quick. It's, hold on. I'll link it real quick. There you go. He does some really good stuff. I highly recommend his work, honestly. He didn't tell me to promo it. I really like Kai's work, and he deserves a lot of support, because he's also trying to, like, get his car stuff figured out, too. And, that's important. So, not trying to, like, push promo in y'all's faces, but if you do feel like supporting a different, really cool Sonic artist, I do recommend supporting Kai. He does some really great work. SMH Mono, I can't believe you're setting links. First Sonic show you ever watched, it was not Sonic Prime. Gosh, I'm not that new. Sonic X. I really liked Sonic X growing up. I hope he's got some more adoptable characters soon. I want a kitty cat too, maybe a leopard. I think, yeah. I'm not like super clued in on like what he works on. I think he's mostly doing his commissions right now, but yeah, I have been keeping an eye out on his adoptables because Kai makes some really good adoptables, I won't lie. Like, dang, inspiring. It's really nice making friends here in the community. Like, I did spend a really long time in the Sonic community, not really making friends, kind of sticking to my own bubble, because, I just saw a lot of backstabby stuff and whatnot, and I was like, ooh, I don't want to be involved in that. But I think opening my server was probably one of the best things I could have done, because I've met so many cool people ever since I did that. I watched Sonic X2 when I was growing up. Yes. It's very, very nostalgic. Big fan of it. Here we go. I'm low-key just making this a different color at this point, but it's okay. Oh, oh, oh. This brush blends a lot. Have to be careful. This year was a big W for a lot of us. Yeah, it really was. I am so thankful for the community that, I've kind of had form around me lately. Yeah. I've met so many good people this year, and it makes me really happy. Just genuinely. Like, man. It's super nice. It's hard to come up with the words for how grateful I am, but I've seriously met so many good people doing YouTube and kind of popping off a teeny bit. Like, oh man. It's weird though. It's also weird though, because I'm like, oh man, I'm so visible. Like I'm not used to being visible in the fandom. I'm very used to kind of just minding my own business and never being seen. So I am still adjusting to that, but man, it's a lot easier when you got really cool people to do it with, you know? finding like-minded folks, making friends with cool people, really skilled, cool people. Oh my gosh. It's actually insane the amount of just like insane. I keep saying the word insane. I've just met a lot of really good people lately. That's what I'm trying to say. Talking about Discord, I just joined yours. What a coincidence. Welcome. It's good to have you. I'll be checking in on the Discord after stream. Here we go. Doing the back of Blaze's head is such a weird thing. It's not super hard or anything. It's just weird doing her head sometimes. Because it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe her head. Like, it's kind of just a circle in the back. Like, sometimes you look at her and the way she's drawn in some media and it looks like her fur would go all the way around, but it kind of doesn't. My Discord server, it's dead though. Yeah, I like when I find a nice calm community because I've recently been in some trash ones. I'm happy I found you and the people in Laura's Discord server. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's, you know, this is actually kind of a video idea I've had floating around in my head. It's kind of like combined with a couple of other different things. I haven't really decided if I want to make a video on it or not, but I, a quote, not really a quote, something like, what's the word? A phrase I've been thinking about a lot is, if you don't feel like you fit in anywhere, then it's time to make your own community, your own place to fit in. You know, I never really thought I'd be the type of person who would do something like that, but I'm kind of realizing I did. You know, I didn't feel like I really fit into the greater Sonic community because I would just see so much toxicity and like just people being like aggressive and angry about their opinions. And I just felt crappy when I was in those spaces in the fandom. And I was like, wow, it really felt like it was hard to find people who were like me and just liked the games. And, you know, sometimes there's things to critique, but we're not like constantly being crabby about everything. So being able to make my own community where, you know, we do tolerate all sorts of like opinions on games and stuff, but you know, it's all about respect first. It's not like a shouting match. Thank you. Whatever just outside that was. It's, I don't know. My point is it's really nice making that community and having it do so well. Like I'm so happy with my server and how it's turned out. We do occasionally get bad apples, you know. That's always going to happen, but for the most part, I am very grateful for my Discord community. Some fandoms just have no chill. Yeah. Like I definitely recommend to anyone who is trying to find a space in the fandom that and they don't feel like they really belong in the major fandom spaces, I recommend looking for smaller communities. You won't always luck out with them, but sometimes you do. Sometimes the smaller communities really are the way to go with the Sonic fandom. Because you go into spaces like Sonic Twitter, you're probably gonna be miserable. I'ma just be so for real. I do necromancy on myself. Let me read chat. What was the latest comment you ever got on one of your videos? Oh man, uh, I'd have to look at my analytics. I can't really easily look at that right now. Ba, 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 ba. I pop up here and there in the Discord. Yeah, we have a lot of lurkers. It's cool though when they like occasionally pop in. I feel like people are more aggressive about their opinions nowadays. Like, I get having an opinion, but you don't need to be glued to it. You can be open-minded plus respectful. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It also just, I will admit, it also just doesn't help to be involved somewhere like Sonic Twitter because Sonic Twitter, just Twitter itself as a platform, will only elevate the extreme opinions, the ones that make people mad. Because, that's how not Discord, that's how Twitter makes that's how it works. They gotta keep you on the app, on the website. So it's just not a good place to have any sort of genuine discussion. And I think when I realized that and I started moving away from it, I started having a much better time with the fandom. Gotta leave. Hope you all have a good day and night. You too. Appreciate you coming in today. Mono built this community in a cave with a box of scraps. A scuffed community for the scuffed streamer. Nah, I'm kidding. Y'all aren't scuffed. I just hide in small fandoms. Fair. She built it with cans of empty Pringles. I haven't had Pringles in a minute. That'd be nice to have some. I like the weekly art thing. It saddened me to see people being mean. It's okay. I mean, it was really just like a string of like a couple of members just acting a certain way. I I feel bad because I wasn't trying to like lose my temper, but at the same time, like our mod who runs that weekly art prompts, like he's taking the time out of his day to do that. Like he doesn't have to, like he has a job, he has a life outside of the server. That's why I got irritated on his behalf, because it was an issue of certain members who were who have been kind of known to act a bit rude. Oh, what the heck? Oops, I'm pressing on my keyboard and I'm not trying to. Whoops. Hold up. There we go. Sorry about that. Ooh! Ow! Anyway. Blue Sky? Yeah, I'm only on Blue Sky here and there. It's hard to be active on Blue Sky, at least for me, because it just feels dead compared to Twitter. But I really try to stay away from Twitter now because it's again, it's just not worth it to be there in the first place. Violation detected. Okay. Yeah, my bad. My keyboard caused the violation. I accidentally dropped my tablet and I'm being told to end the stream. That's crazy. Wow. Dude, it was one mistake. Chill out. Funny. A lot of us are. Da, 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 da. I think people only have Twitter to flex. I don't know what they would be flexing. Twitter's miserable. Hello. I thought I was seeing things. Sorry, Mono, I didn't mean to say anything bad about Kai. I didn't think you did. I don't think you said anything bad. No, no, like the thing is I'm not trying to like name names right now because it's like it's a live stream and I don't want to do that, that's kind of crappy. But yeah, it's just certain people on the server. But the thing is, when you run a community, you gotta become open to sometimes you just gotta get rid of people, and there's definitely people we've been low-key thinking about getting rid of because they're just consistently rude. Like, okay, there's a difference between being accidentally rude and constantly being rude. And, like, if people have said, hey, this is rude, hey, please stop doing that, like, a couple times, and the person keeps doing the same thing, I'm just gonna think that they're a rude person, that we probably shouldn't have them around. But now, for the most part, people have been really great about the art prompt stuff. It literally is just a few people that we're keeping an eye on. So I wouldn't really worry about it. No, you didn't come off as weird. Some messages get blocked automatically, don't worry about it. By the way, Mono Chimera, my dear friend, is a fan of your work, really adores your work so much. I am a fan of Kai's work, so it's mutual. Bill Nye got a star on the Walk of Fame. Nice. Good for him. I literally only have Twitter to show my Yume ship with SPO art and interact with the nice people, but yesterday I saw someone defending Lesboy. Oh, fun. Ooh, I love how that eyeshadow is coming out. Holy nuts. Let me do like a little bit of a slightly darker blue color. Yeah, W Bill. I gotta say. Alright. How far are we into this? I can't really decide how much I want to do for this art piece, not gonna lie. Like, I've already done a good bit, but I don't know how much I want to do. There we go. Kind of blend that in there. Let's get the corner. The corner's a little lighter. Some of the most yummer shading. Thank you. Appreciate it. I actually haven't really started shading yet. Maybe I should. I think I'm just about done with like the... I do want to add a little more like fluff sticking out of Blaze. Hold on. I think we can move on to proper shading soon. Also, Mono, your Twinkie Jackalope OC Adopt gave me the idea to make my own jackalope. Still a work in progress, but he's got electromagnetic antlers and a free spirit personality. That sounds really cool, Booksmith. I'm excited to see how that comes out. That sounds like a good OC idea. I missed the server. Oh, the Minecraft server? Yeah. It's a shame, because, like, don't get me wrong, like, we liked having the server, it just became really stressful, and it just got to a point where it was, like, super inactive, and there were just kind of some issues behind the scenes. I don't know, it just, yeah. Maybe one day in the future we can bring back Minecraft of some sort, but it's probably not going to be for a good bit. Just because of all the issues we had last time we had a server. The way you do some of the coloring makes it look all watercolory when looking up close. True. Yeah, I could see that. I really like coloring like this. It's funny because like you usually don't see me color like this because I'm working on Sonic OCs. And for that series, I take a lot of shortcuts with my art. So it's really nice when I can actually work on something that's not, that I don't feel like I have to pump out within a short period of time. You know what I mean? It's funny because it's like sometimes I feel like the art I make, I'm like, man, I could do so much better. People probably think I'm like trash at this. Like, because I know I can do better, but it depends on what you're trying to do. Because, yeah. Thought about joining the Minecraft server, but I'm too much of a tryhard, so I decided not to. Oh, don't worry, somebody freaking beat the Ender Dragon within like a few days when we were like, we wanted to do it together, but you know, yeah, it's stuff like that over time that was just like, man, okay, this isn't worth it. There were other situations too, though. It wasn't just that one, but yeah. The server, like, we had a rule, no speed running, and it got speed ran anyway. So, that was kind of a shame. I feel like that, it didn't kill it, but it did somewhat contribute, if I'm being honest. Motivation-wise. Recently got my motivation back. I'm drawing Metal Scourge, running away from Rosie with her hammer, whacking him. That sounds great. Um, I remember the loot problem and shulker problems. Yeah, exactly. Like we had to give out elytra because someone looted a whole ton of them. Just crazy. Crazy stuff. Are you planning on joining Artfight next year? Probably not. I still have to upload my like Artfight summary video for this year. To put it in short, I did have a lot of fun and I got a lot of really cool art, but I also got really overwhelmed because that was my first year doing Artfight like as a content creator. So I got like a lot of attacks and I felt bad because I couldn't revenge them all. So because of that, I probably won't do Artfight next year, but it was still really fun. Don't get me wrong, like I got some really cool stuff. I got to make some really cool stuff too. It's fun lurking. Night folks. See ya. I recall that time someone was setting up a bunch of TNT near someone else's base. Yeah. Fun times. What's Artfight? It's a yearly event for artists where basically you get split into two teams, you upload a bunch of your OCs, and then a bunch of other people will also upload their OCs to the website, and you basically you quote unquote fight by drawing each other's characters for points, and then at the end of the month, they all get tallied up, and a winning team is chosen. Yada yada. It's just a really fun event for artists. I want to join Artfight, but I know I'm not that good. No, any skill level can join Artfight. That's the thing. Like you really don't have to be super like you can do art at any level and join Artfight. The only type of person I would say don't join Artfight is non-artists, because I have known, unfortunately, of some people who were non-artists who just join Artfight because they want free OC art, but they don't plan to actually draw other people's OCs. That's the only type of person I would say don't join Artfight. But if you're an artist with a genuine interest in just participating, I say join. It's worth it. Like, I know there's a lot of like talk about Artfight because people will be like, oh, this person didn't draw this or this person said that to me. But like for the most part, Artfight is super chill. Like especially when you get into it with like a small community. Like I kind of like hosted a small Artfight community during Artfight. And that in my server, and that was a lot of fun. Like that honestly made Artfight so much better compared to just trying to attack like complete strangers. Being able to do art for people in the server was really nice. And it felt a lot better because in the year before when I did Artfight, I actually I tried to like kind of participate in a different artist small community type thing. And this isn't like anything to do with the artist, but unfortunately I did have someone who kind of like complained to me that my art wasn't like good enough for them because I forget what exactly their problem was, but I've literally only had an interaction with someone acting like that once, and you know what I did? I literally just deleted the art I made for them off the website, and I was like, you know what? No. If you don't if you have an issue with what I made, which it wasn't against like any of their like stated boundaries or anything. It just wasn't good enough for them. Um, if you ever encounter someone like that, they're very uncommon, but I just delete what I made because I'm like, okay, if you're gonna complain, then you don't get the free art. But no, for the most part, people are really chill about Artfight. It's very fun. Artfight was what got me and my Discord homies together. I know, Artfight was so fun. Like, oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, gotcha. Being a content creator in Artfight is really overwhelming from what I've heard. Keep in mind, you don't have to revenge everyone. People attack you because they like your OCs. Yeah, and I know that's true. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the rational part of my mind knows that. It's just also like 2025, I won't lie. I saw a lot of like negativity around like art farmers and stuff too, and I think that also kind of got to me a little, just the amount of people complaining about art farming and stuff. I was like, dang. Like even though I know I'm not an art farmer, it was just seeing that, it was like, dang, this community. Art fight grows bigger every year, so it's gonna change over time, but You know, I guess it's a lot of different things, but it is really fun, and I do recommend anyone who wants to try it to do so. Let's see, there were so many characters I wanted to draw. Unfortunately, I burnt out near the end and I wasn't able to finish my last piece. Yeah, I feel that. I really feel that. I got burnt out. Like, I want to say like halfway through. I did a bunch of art near the start. Oops. And yeah, it was tricky to continue past that. All right, now we can kind of move on to shading. Let's see. Oof, they sound horrible. Good thing you deleted the art. Yeah, it was eh. You know, I'm kind of over it, but I do still think about it sometimes because that was probably one of the worst interactions I've had on Artfight. But again, most people really aren't like that. It was just that person. And it was kind of like frustrating too because the art I made for them was actually a revenge for an attack they made on my character. And I'm not gonna lie, they didn't really seem to try to depict my character that accurately. I don't want to say like, like I appreciate art from like any skill level, but I don't know. Like even for their skill level, they just straight up like it felt like they kind of scribbled parts of my character into it instead of actually trying. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to sound the wrong way about it, but like compared to the piece I made, like theirs didn't have like any shading or anything. I tried to do like shading, like I tried to make their character in an interesting pose. Like I really tried, but yeah, again, it wasn't good enough for them, and it's not really worth fighting the battle with them. So, if you ever get someone like that, I really do recommend just delete and block. It's not worth it. It was nice seeing you in art fight there, dude. It was my first art fight I actually had the confidence to participate in. I'm definitely gonna do it again next year. That's good. I'm glad. Yeah, I definitely. Art fight's really good. I do really appreciate it. It's such a fun. It's a good event. It's a good way to bring people together. Big fan of it. Is it okay with you if I add vanilla to my Sonic Infection AU? I don't own vanilla. I mean, that's up to you. Do what you want with the rabbit. And back, my mom never checks on me twice. Alright, let's... I'm lazy, so I'm just using multiply layers. Here we go. What happened while I was gone? Not much. We've just been yapping. I think I'm just gonna kind of have this layer be similar to the last one, except I'm just gonna do this. There. Kind of make it... There we go. I'm trying to put the focus more on their faces. I forgot to add the blush. Hold on. Let me go back to this fur brush. I'll try to add it like this. It's kind of tricky to figure out what color of blush I like to do for Vendetta. I haven't really settled on a color I prefer yet. I figure I'll just make it subtle. Like, I don't want to make it super obvious, but kind of like that. Yeah, that works. I don't want it to be, like, super bright. We ain't doing e-girl makeup around here. There we go. Okay, let me add that down there. Then we're gonna do kind of a soft light layer. We did blue for the multiply, so we'll do orange for the light. Oops. I'm keeping this part simple. I'm not really trying to do a bunch of extra stuff with the lighting here. I kind of like to just blend it out and then I can kind of push the color into areas that need it and erase it out of others that don't. Like, I don't really want a bunch of this light on the ear, so I'll erase that in a minute. Here we go. Should I try to make a Sonic character in tabs? I don't know what that is, but sure. Hot take, I think stars and hearts are the best shapes. Based. I like stars a lot. How do you feel about the Sonic X DC crossover in the comic? I never read it, but I think it's neat. It's cool to see Sonic collabing with other stuff. That's the way I feel about it. I'm actually not, like, into superhero stuff very much, besides, like, for example, like, Invincible or The Boys. That's kind of the only, like, superhero stuff I like, but I say it's cool. It's neat to see collabs like that. I'm all for it. Your layers are so clean. Every time I draw something, I end up with 89 layers or something. I merge them over time. I try to just merge them like as soon as I'm done using them, but sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I still have things I'm like, oh, I regret merging that. Okay, I need to like lower the brightness of this like a lot. I wish I could commit myself more to my art, but anytime I stop, I have a hard time returning to finish a piece. I feel that. Yeah, a lot of my art, I only do it within a day. It's rare that I'm able to work on something for multiple days. I don't know. Maybe it's an ADHD thing, but I like to finish my things in one day, and if I don't do it in one day, there's a chance it's never getting done. That's a big reason I don't do like a ton of animation projects. I'm trying to get better and do them more often, but it's hard for me to dedicate myself to doing something for multiple days. There we go. More lines. More lines, more lines, more lines, more lines, more lines. We like fur lines. Funny story, somebody told me I abused fur lines in an art piece the other day. It was my what's it called? It was a different Blazin' Vendetta piece. And it was kind of funny because if you actually look at my art, like, even the Sonic OC series, I give a lot of Sonic OCs those fur lines. So it was kind of funny when I was only drawing in black, someone, like, I guess noticed it enough to point it out and be like, you're abusing fur lines. And I'm like, bro, do you even look at my other art? Like, oh, it was kind of funny, but it was also kind of annoying because I'm like, if you pay attention, you'll know that I actually use fur lines really often. So it just kind of came off as someone acting high and mighty for no real reason. So it's kind of funny. Here we go. Part of me gets tempted to put like a colder light on Vendetta, but I feel like that wouldn't really make sense for this. Oh my god, these girls gay, good for them. I've watched all of the boys so far. I'm just waiting for them to release more. Why do I have 3 pings? Who's been pinging me? Who up pinging me? Let me check my Discord real quick before I continue on. Tiny 2-minute break. Oh my god. Okay, okay. I just got a cool message. I can't reveal it though. I can't share it because I don't know if somebody here is lurking, but yeah, okay, okay. I just found out about something cool. Ping is high? Oh, is the stream lagging? Damn, that sucks. Alright, here we go. Dang, you really can't see these. Hold on. Oh, I have the wrong layer, that's why. Whoopsie. We're almost done here. I think I just want to add... Let's see. I might just put them on a black background. I don't know. I can't decide. I don't know what I'd want to do for the background. No, my phone just asked. Oh, okay. Hmm. I don't know. This is, okay, I won't lie. I'm kind of bad about backgrounds. Whoa, hi. My cat's here. Hello, are you gonna jump in my lap? Come here. Maybe what I'll do... Ow! Ow! Did you have to do that? Sorry. Cat in my lap. I forgot to add the multiply layers back. Oops. How do you feel about Invincible Season 3 animation? Because it's pretty bad sometimes. I I won't lie. I'm not really in on the, like, Invincible animation debates. I think I don't really see what people are talking about with it, you know? So, I don't really have an opinion on it. I think I'm gonna do just like a simple like background trick because I don't want to make like a full background. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I have a cat. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We could do something kind of like this. This is just gonna be really simple. Nothing special here. Backgrounds are not my strong suit, to be honest. Oh, that looks weird because the circle's like clipped out of the canvas. Hold on. Hold on. My cats bite toes? Oh no. Here we go. Something more like that. Circular ruler. Yeah, he's currently sitting on my lap and purring. He's probably gonna try to knock this tablet over as soon as he decides to get up. Let's see, what color do we want this to be? Maybe I won't give it a color. Maybe I'll just do... I don't know. I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky because this version of Blaze, AU Blaze, has a warm color palette, and Vendetta has a cold color palette, so they inherently are a little bit tricky sometimes. Because it's hard to find a background color that would fit both of them, if you get what I'm saying. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. We could do this, and then go in here. Did you just lick me? Bro. He just licked my leg. What was up with that? They're like sun and moon. True, yeah. I'm gonna make it like this size, I'm thinking. Nope, wrong thing. Hold on. There we go. Clear white. No, I don't know if I like how this looks. Maybe I'll just do... I don't know if it really fits thematically to have them on the checkerboard. Hold on. I could do... Ooh, I don't know. Maybe? Wait, idea. What if I do it like this? Maybe I'll just do this. I'm lazy. I don't really want to do a proper background. Here's an idea. We could do it kind of like this. I don't want to do... I have to be careful what yellow I choose here if I do a yellow. Because I don't want it to be too bright. Or maybe... I don't know. I'm very split on this. Fire and ice cats. Real. I could do this in like... Don't mind me. I'm really just trying to decide what's gonna work here. This looks like ketchup and mustard. Let's not do that. Maybe I'll just keep it simple Man. Hello, Lex. And bye, Lex. I don't want them to, like, blend into the background. Hmm. What are you doing, kitty cat? I kind of like the look of the blue. Hmm. Oh, wait, the black's not bad, actually. That was an accident, but I might just leave it. Just do a blur, so it's not super... There we go. I think I kind of like that, actually. I think I'm gonna stick with it. What's your cat's name? His name is Two Socks. Ironically, he does not have two socks. He has four. That's the way I introduce my cat. Here we go. And decide what I want to do for a highlight. Maybe like this. Hmm. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this. I don't really know what else I would add to this at this point. I'm kind of happy with it the way it is. Okay, let's go pure white. Where's my other brush? Here you are. We're gonna add like a thank you for 7K message. Oh my gosh, two socks. Two socks, get down. Okay, thank you. Here we go. Thank you for 7K. Here we go. Almost, almost. Okay. Where do I want to put it? I'm thinking on the right side would make more sense. I'll give it a stroke just so it's not blending into, her wrists. Hold on. Here we go. Maybe I should have put a gradient in the background. Nah, 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 nah. It looks good as is. I don't need to do extra stuff with it now. Here we go. We're gonna kind of rotate that, put it right there. Actually, part of me wants to change the stroke to a different color. Hold on. It's blending into the background. Maybe... No, the cyan's too bright. Hmm. I gotta think about a color I want. Maybe I'll just do red. Actually, yeah, the red, it pops. I'll stick with it. Alright, now I gotta sign it. Alrighty. I think we're just about to wrap up now, once I get this signed. You guys will see this on the community tab shortly after I end here. Here we go. And I'll do my signature with the black. And I'll just shove it somewhere not too obvious, but obvious enough. And I think we're done. All right. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I think we're just about done here. All right. It's been a fun chill stream. We've been streaming for just under 2 hours. I am very grateful for all of you tuning in today. We've successfully delivered on my promise to give you Blazetta from the poll. Alright, here you go. You can kind of look at it as it is. Alright. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna end it now. Bye-bye. Look on the community tab. That's where you'll find this in a few minutes. Okay, bye. Come on, let me stop streaming. Yes, let me stop. Ah!